I built an AI clone of myself that writes content based on my knowledge and expertise. I was tired of ChatGPT writing generic content based on other people's content. I wanted it to write based on my unique insights and points of view, because that's really what it takes to be successful in B2B content marketing today. You need to do something unique and differentiated. So I created my AI clone using an OpenAI assistant. And in this video, I'll show you how to make content based only on your knowledge or your company's knowledge. This is great if you're ghostwriting on behalf of your executive team, or if you have a base of content that you can pull from, or unique data or insights that you want to incorporate into your content. For the purpose of contrast, the first thing I'm going to do is just open up a brand new ChatGPT 4 window and have it write some content for us just using the off-the-shelf ChatGPT 4. And then we'll see if we can get it to create better content when we are embedding our own knowledge and giving it some writing style instructions using prompt engineering. So we're just asking it to write 5 tweets, sharing tips about B2B content marketing. And so if we just type it in here, it's basically just going to regurgitate other people's content and other people's writing style. And it's going to come out very generic and poorly written. So let's just take a look. Diving deep into your audience's needs. Tailor your content to solve specific industry challenges. So it's just very generic. Leverage storytelling, right? Okay, so this has nothing to do with quizzes, calculators, interactive infographics. This has nothing to do with my points of view on how to do B2B content marketing. And it also, the writing style is not great. It uses hashtags, which are completely unnecessary. So let's see if we can get a better output by using a different method. So go to platform.openai.com/playground, and you're going to find a couple cool tools. One is the chat and one is assistants. And we'll start with assistants. And we're just going to create a new assistant, and you can enter a name for your assistant. In this case, I'm going to give it knowledge based on my LinkedIn posts, and I'm going to ask it to write tweets for me. So basically repurpose my LinkedIn content into tweets. But this is the same process you would apply to turn interview transcripts into LinkedIn posts into more LinkedIn posts, ebooks or reports into LinkedIn posts, even rough notes, rough drafts and notes and transcriptions from calls, podcasts. I mean, you name it. This is the same process you would use to create all sorts of content based on your knowledge and insights. But in this case, I'm going to be taking my LinkedIn content because that has a really good base of my points of view and insights on content marketing and turning them into short form tweets. So I'll just call this Mike's B2B marketing. So we'll use ChatGPT 4 so that way we can use the retrieval feature, and you're going to want to turn that on. That's the key feature here. And then files. You just click add files and upload whatever documents you had. Again, it could be any kind of text document. So I'll go ahead and do that right now. So the maximum length here is actually 20 documents, but you can pretty easily combine documents together so that they're longer. Okay, so I've got 20 of my LinkedIn posts uploaded here. And what we're going to need to do to get really good results from this project is do some prompt engineering. But to start, I'm just going to do similar to what we did with ChatGPT and just basically ask it to write tweets, but only based on this knowledge. This is going to get us a better output, but after we do some prompt engineering on writing style, we will get even better results. But let's just start here just to show the retrieval aspect of using Assistant to write content based on your knowledge. So I think what I'm guessing we'll get is that the writing style won't be great, but it will at least be content that's in line with my insights and points of view that is included in the files. So I'm just adding instructions here, still not really adding any writing style instructions. So we'll just use the same exact prompt as previously, write 5 tweets that share tips about B2B content marketing. All right, so let's see what it comes up with. Again, the writing style is off. We don't need hashtags or anything like that. There's emojis. That doesn't really make sense, but let's see the actual content and if it matches what I would say. B2B buyer's journey isn't a straight line. It's a complex web of decisions and interactions. So again, this isn't how I would word it, but these are the topics that I talk about. Breaking news for B2B content marketers. That's definitely not something I would write. Let's see what it says. Content's impact extends way beyond form fills and site visits. Right. So I talk a lot about attribution and how to measure content. And this is worded in a weird way, but definitely the topics I write about. Capture all the ways content marketing generates pipeline, not the obvious paths. Okay, cool. So we have ChatGPT writing based on our knowledge and insights. So that way we're getting our unique points of view. And so the next step is to do some prompt engineering to actually get it to write a lot more engaging content. So let's do that next. I'll show you how. Okay, so I've upgraded the prompt. Give you a look at that. You're a social media copywriter, right? Based only on the contents of the attached files, not outside sources. Deliver actionable insights in a straightforward manner. Write using the following instructions. And so these instructions are based on having my writing style analyzer GPT analyze the writing style of one of the examples that I had in the prompt initially. You can learn more about this strategy in my first video on how to make ChatGPT write better. So I'm giving it instructions based on the variables that it understands and based on its own analysis: pace, mood, tone, voice, syntax, structure, and format. And then I reduced the number of examples down to 2. Did a little bit more iteration on the prompt here. And let's see what we get now. Okay, write 5 tweets about marketing. Don't use hashtags. Okay, so these are okay. I am actually going to do a little bit of editing and publish a couple of these. We can make our prompt a little bit better, and I think we can get even better results from this. One of the things to keep in mind with content engineering is you can basically just do unlimited volume, and different projects require different prompts. So it takes some iteration to figure out what works for you, given what your end goal is. In this case, writing tips posts for LinkedIn. So again, these are all right. I'm going to publish a couple of them, and then I'm going to iterate on the prompt, and I'll show you the updated prompt, and I think we'll get better results. Okay, so I did a bit more editing of this prompt. And then my request as the user was to write 5 tweets to share tips on B2B content marketing. And here's what I got back. So, right away we can see that the format and the structure of these tweets is way better. And you can see here, I'm clearly asking ChatGPT to model the format and structure of the writing based on the 2 examples and quotes. So that's really helping. But one thing that's interesting is that it ends here with action. So there's clearly something in my prompt that having it do that weird thing. Nonetheless, these are some pretty good tweets, and I'm going to edit a couple of these and publish a couple of these. And then I'm going to go and tweak the instructions prompt once again, and then tweak my user prompt once again, and we'll get even more good content. And then hopefully I can have just a backlog of content for the next couple of weeks. And then this assistant will be able to work for me, for future projects as well. Okay, I made some very minor tweaks to the instructions prompt, and we're going to go back and get some more tweets. Okay, so we're getting some pretty good results here. I think now, you can keep iterating on the prompts for, as much as you want. You can do different prompts to get different types of content. You could have it write LinkedIn posts, longer pieces, whatever you want. But hopefully you're getting the idea here of how to create content that's based on your unique insights. I'm definitely going to keep iterating on the instructions prompt. And also I'm going to ask it for more different topics. It seems to be writing about the same topics over and over again. So instead of just asking for B2B content marketing tips, I'm going to be more specific now. So let's get about content marketing metrics. Cool. So we're definitely getting pretty good results at this point. I think what I'll do next is, so I'm going to save this, and this is a good assistant for writing tweets, tip tweets. So what I would do as the next step here is I would create different assistants with different instructions to create different types of content. But yeah, really happy with how this turned out. Use assistants to create content based on your knowledge, your insights, your unique points of view. Don't just regurgitate other people's content using ChatGPT. And there are some other ways to create original content based on your knowledge and expertise that I'll show in future videos. One is the chat feature here. And then I like to use GBTs, and there's some other ways as well. So definitely subscribe to Content Engineering Lab to get the latest videos on how to create amazing B2B content using ChatGPT and other AI tools. Thank you.